Hello, and my name is Clement Lee. This is the Gravit Design tutorial, part 4 out of 4. I recorded this tutorial every day for Thanksgiving break since Monday. Now it's the day after, it's Friday. But I decided to re-record the one yesterday's recording because of a few mistakes that I wanted to correct. Uh, so basically, we start with the same size canvas, and you can see that it's Black Friday today. It is you can always see like this little cute little demon that pops up like for every special event. They usually have like discounts on Gravit Designer Pro, but I usually ignore them. Sometimes I ask more about it, but see, just give this. Yeah, I'm just going to close out of this and close out of this. So, the you won't see this recording, but for the phase 4, what I did was I made these blurred images, these glitch effects. Then I made this, and it was based off of this. So this was the reference, this is what I made, and this is also what I made. But this one started making the application start lagging, so I had to stop that early. Anyways, what we do is we go and search up an image. Let's see what image pops up. But something not very let's see. Let's change the size to medium. Something that looks beautiful but not very high quality. Let's do the sunset, because that's what I did the last time, and make the size medium. Let's see, 950, this seems okay, not colorful enough. Okay, this seems like a good image. It doesn't, last time I searched up sunset, I didn't take in consideration the size, so I took this one, which is 2000 by 1000 pixels. You can kind of imagine the lag it would take. So, well, you would imagine more accurate after I paste this image. Okay, so I pasted the image, right? And then I make it smaller. Just scale it down. The scale is okay. The scale down is just so that we can fit more items into the frame. It has nothing to do with like what we're going to do. Anyways, we make a rectangle the same size of the picture, and then we go ahead and what was it called? We color this one blue, red. Let's try red, and then set this one to subtract. Subtract. So we have this image, and group this. So we have this red and black image. Duplicate with Control D, and duplicate again. Then select this, change the color of this one to green by clicking here, and change this one to blue by clicking here and changing the fill here to blue. So we have a red image, a green image, and a blue image. I'm pretty sure if you saw the previous thing, then you kind of understand what's going on now. Let me make a rectangle, make it black, and then push it all the way down with Control Shift down arrow key. Then I set this one, the group, to add. You can see it does nothing. You know what, I should just keep it to normal. Having anything other than normal starts to lag everything. And then we have this one as add. Remember, we changed the blending mode of the group, not the rectangle or image. So the group blending method is add, but the rectangle blending method is subtract. Anyways, we take this group and push this here. Let's save this. We already have phase 4, phase 4.1. Let's just phase 4.2. But we're still going to cover the same thing, so you're not going to miss anything. Then we zoom out and take this image, place it on top, then go to the blending mode and click add. Okay, so you're like, this looks cool, but it doesn't look like the original image, because let me paste the image. This looks nothing like this. Let me give you the huge secret. We duplicate this, make this smaller, and Control Shift up to bring this rectangle to the top, turn this white, and then change the blending mode to difference. And now it looks exactly like this. Oh shit. Control Shift up to see the original image, so you can see orangish, bluish, and then the buildings, and you can kind of see what's going on, what we did. So we have the same look, but we have made this glitch effect. So we have cyan, magenta, and yellow on the borders. And of course, if we move these to perfectly, let me lock this. If we move these to perfectly align with each other, then it would make the exact image. But we're using this processing power to make this effect, and that was the effect I wanted to show. Anyways, let's duplicate this group and move it out of here. And press duplicate and duplicate again, so we have these, and then let me push this trail up here, so we have these things. Let me delete this. So we have these images, and let me set this one, put this underneath, and then turn this to normal. Oops. Yes. And then put this one underneath. You know what, let me just delete this. So we have this one, with this one is normal and this one is normal. Now we change this image blending mode to subtract. Where is it? Subtract. And then, oh, it looks pretty nice. But this isn't the effect we're going for. We're going to have yellow. Wait, no. The opposite of red would be cyan? Yes. So we have this red thing, right? This red one. Duplicate. Move it here and duplicate again. So we have 3 copies. For this one, let's make it green. So the opposite of green would be red, plus blue would be magenta. So we have this green copy. And then for this one, we need the opposite of blue, which would be red plus green, which would be yellow. So we have this red, green, and blue copy, and I can kind of see that they're phasing through each other, which I'm not sure I would like. I'm not sure if this would create the effect that I want. Oh, it does. Okay, I'll take it. Oh my god. Yeah, this happened last time. Basically, Gravit doesn't like whenever I have so many images and effects on top of each other, and it starts to do this. This is what happens. So let me zoom out so you can kind of see what's going on. This is just sad. If I hide all of this, hold on. With the exception of this, if I group this and hide this, will this make everything better? Wow, woo, woo, woo. I think that we should close this out. Let's save this. And then let's try reopening it. This is hopeless. Well, you saw what it just did. You saw that I created these two things. These aren't meant to be scaled down and then have, like, it would work on its own, but like if you have like so many elements, what I like to do for these phases is have so many things on one canvas. If this was alone, then it would have worked, but yeah, so phase 4 and phase 4.2, they're both crashing on me now, so that's kind of sad. If I open it here, then it should work. So file, open from cloud. Let's see if it opens here. Well, it's opening this, so I have high hopes for the second one. Let me unhide this. Oh, and it is working. So okay, what happened here now? Okay, so we have this one with the white background and this one with the red background. So if you can see, let me ungroup all this and then move this here. So you should be able to see that there's some blueness, some redness, and some greenness. So red, green, blue. And for this one, it's supposed to work. Hold on. Eventually you'll get it. You can see some cyan, some magenta, and some yellow. So these are like opposites of each other. But yeah, these are just effects that I wanted to show. I have no idea. I guess I underestimated the browser version. I usually don't use the browser version because I kind of think it's cringe. But it seems to be working right now, so and even better than the original one. So let's zoom in on this and select all of this and move it up and to the left. And this, let me resize this so it's more. So the thing about the Gravit Designer web version is that when you resize things, they don't keep the aspect ratio. That's one difference. That's the only difference I really noticed about the two versions. Other than that, they're basically the same program. Boom. Okay, so we have both versions. And now we can just go back and forth on this one. So, let me just close out of this. So what do we make now? What did we make? So, yes, we start with circles and auto smoothing. We have already wasted 15 minutes on this? God dang. I must hurry. So, we make our first circle. Let's turn on a grid. I like to turn on a grid. You know what? Let's not do circles first. God, I'm so indecisive. So, let's do, in phase 4.1. Let me close out of phase 4. Nah. We have these things. So we have this one where it's has this little mouth sort of thing, this sort of pinching. This one has doubled pinching. It uses the same property. These three figures below use the same exact property as well. You can see the three figures here. And then we have this, which we'll do after that. Let's see. Yes. So, we have the pen tool. We go click, 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 click. Then move this point and drag it down. So, we select all the points and then press mirrored. And it's simple as that. I like to not draw these points overlapping at first and then reorder the points. So I'm going to just draw a simple hourglass around it. I don't know why I drew this point. And then push this underneath this path. Then I will make this path here. Oops. Just move this path here, straighten it out, and shift and down, arrow key. Well, let's just move this up a few notches, and then click both of them, select, and then clip. Then let's just change this fill to sandy color, something like that. Then we can duplicate, and then move this down. Then let's click this, press shift and up arrow key so we get this little effect. I'm not going to add too much to this. The concept is just the outer shape. And then okay, I kind of messed this up, but we can always fix this after making it. So move this to the right, move this to the right again, straighten this out, straighten all this out, add a point by clicking on it and do that, and drag it there. Then select this one, hold shift, select that one, push it down, and then select all of them and then smooth. Oh, what happened? Okay, and then smooth. Perfect. And as you could see, what I did there, I made it look like a face. So let's do duplicate and then move it here, add a border, and then center. So we get this weird looking face. Looks like a ghost. Okay, now what do we have? I shouldn't be switching around here and here. I think that it would be nice that if I would have this in the second screen. So let me duplicate this tab and push this off to the side. Hold on. Okay. Perfect. Is this it? Yes. What do I have next? I have the fake shapes, but I'm not sure if I want to go on them over them right now. Uh, Let me see what I have. We can go over, yes, the circles, the other circles. We have this. We have duplicate this and make this one this size. Yes. Okay. So we have a black circle, a big black circle here. Let's snap it down here, and we have another big circle up here. So we have these two big black balls, and then we have the smaller gray ball. Let me turn this maybe blue, dark blue probably, then fit this here. And then we duplicate this and fit this one down here. And then this could be like a sort of pattern. So two big black balls and two small blue balls. We can put this little rectangle underneath. So make this something like this. I don't know. So there is a mathematical proof that goes this. If we have a figure like this, one with the radius like this, and one with this, like with these proportions, this must perfectly touch the edge of the rectangle and also perfectly touch this. But I have a proof. This proves that Gravit Designer circles, the default circles, are not really circles. So if you zoom in a bit more, you can kind of see this little gray strip. That means these two are not touching. So if you scroll down here and zoom in, you can see the gray strip as well. They are not touching. So what happens if I rotate this one 45 degrees? Does this touch now? You can see that these two no longer have the gray strip. This one is they're actually overlapping. So that means and this one still has the gray strip, but I can promise you if I rotate this one 45 degrees, you can see by the bounding box and also by this little thing right here, the dialog box, that now there is no gray strip. And you can see right here too. But let me just turn that to 0. That is just my proof on the fact that Gravit Designer circles are not true circles. Does that matter? Well, if you're trying to prove something mathematically, for most cases, it should not matter. In this rare case where we have to prove tangency, it does, but in most cases, it should appear as a normal circle, even though it is a bit less round than it looks. So I think that's fine. I don't think there's a way to mathematically create circles using Bezier curves. And then, which comes to my next sort of proof or something. There is a second proof as to why, what's it called? As to why these circles aren't really circles. So, you can see we have a triangle, And let's duplicate this, and let's duplicate it many times. Just so let's change the point amount for for all of them. So 5, 6, 7. And then let's make it dark to make it more visible. Now zoom in, select all of them, press D, press convert to path. Then let's delete these extra, D, let's delete all these extra points. Delete. So now we have all of these, and select all of these and press this mirrored, and we can kind of see what I was trying to do. What we have here are a circular-esque figure, a line of circular-esque figures, but this is just a rounded triangle. Essentially, this is a rounded square, and this is a rounded pentagon. These are essentially different shapes. So if I select this one, make this like red or something, and hold on, if I just move this here, I didn't mean to select that one. Let's just move this here, Control Shift up to bring it upwards. You can kind of see what's going on. If I select all of these points and push this up, you're like, what's this? Let me hide this one for now. Like, these are not the same figure. So if you can see here, there's like this little shell around this small black ring, and that's because this, I think it's an octagon underneath. So this is a rounded triangle. So if I turn this back, it's a triangle. This one's a heptagon, so it has 7 sides. So when I round them both, you can kind of see that the less points it has, the less area it has. The more points it has, the more area it has. And that's one proof. Let me delete all this actually, and delete that, and delete that. But this is, let us make this something, I'll just make this a bit bigger, but let's just not make it that noticeable. Let's see what else to do. Well, there's a blank space here, so let me just make like an X or something, and then let's make this white. 64. Ooh, that's quite big. Scale it down. 16 maybe. Yeah. So what I want to do here, I just realized this was a blank space that I could have used. We could add a second border actually. So if you're like, whoa, what is this? Hold on. Why is this? Oh, I understand what's going wrong. If I go here, it's not centered. And then I do this. That is a mistake. So you have to click on it and click this and press center. And you have to click on both of them and then click this and then center. It won't let you click inside or outside on these open paths. These are called non-Jordanic curves. But by default all paths are set to inside, I think. So that's kind of strange, but whatever. Let's go. Make something like this. And actually you can add more. So let's set this to like 8. Let's add like another or something. You could see like the same weird beveling thing, and that's because we set this set to inside. We need to set it to center. And you can see it, the beveling goes away. Let's turn it to white, and probably like 4. Okay. So we have this cool looking thing. It's like a stroke and like a stroke around it probably. Let me duplicate this. And move this here. And move this here. I don't really know what I was gonna get with this. Let's just play with the colors. Oh, what? Let me delete the fill. This is just a path, a straight line. There's no fill. Let's change the colors like this. This looks pretty cool, though I don't know what it is. It's just like an X. A lot of X's and cancel signs look cool. Now where do we go from here? Because honestly, my brain has been fried and I'm not sure if I remember everything from yesterday. Okay, let us see what we have now. We have this. It's a circle. Not really. We have proved just now that none of the circles made by the circle tool are circles, really. So we added borders, and we need to make them to center. Then let's delete the fills by clicking this trash icon. Let's pump up the borders a bit, so we get this little chain link thing. We can obviously like make a continuous chain like this. If you like to make like chains or something, if you want to make it like a fence. The second pattern, which I will make, is I duplicate this, move this up here, where it says 60, or it said 60 before, and press Ctrl D again. Then I'll make the borders less thick, so that you can kind of see more detail here. So this is called the Flower of Life. So if I search this up, it should be. Oh, I got it wrong, I guess. The Flower of Life is more complex than this. Than what I made. Maybe it's called Seed of Life? Yes. Okay. Yeah, this is called the Seed of Life. And sorry, Elfina, I have made your thing. I have made you lose $10 by showing everyone else how to do this for free. Let's see what else is there that I made last time. We could go back to this. Yes. Okay, so we go to the polygon tool or the triangle tool. They're both the same. And then we set this to 8. We have these little octagonal things, these octagonal forms. Then let's duplicate and move them here and move them here. So our first form is pretty simple. Let's all select, let's delete this and convert this to a raw path. Then delete these extra points. These extra points are in the case that you wanted to make it a star, but I don't want to do that. And let's just duplicate it back out again, so it's like this. And then select all of this, select all the points, and then smooth it out. So we have the same thing, the octagonal circle. Of course, this is still not a real circle. None of them are real circles, as we just have proved. If this is a real circle, then maybe we have proved that all the other circles are not actual circles. But I do not believe that this is a circle. Anyways, the first one is pretty simple. We select this, and then we select this, move it down, move this down, and just switch the places of what's it called? These things. We'll actually just push this one down and this one up. So we get this little, actually with inside, it looks pretty cool like this, but I'm gonna still have it as center. We have this little, I don't know what it's called. It looks like a spring. I have no idea. But yes. Let's change this color to something cool. Even odd. So it looks better. And, something like this. I have no idea. Then, we have, what did I go do next? Because I literally don't remember what I did last night. I think what I did was I switched the locations of this, like I tried to do on the previous example. And then, I don't know. I really don't know. It's magic. Something like this? Yes. Something like this. Perfect. Perfect. So let's add a border. Set it to inside. Center. And then let's set this to, oops. Let's just click, hold, and drag to make this the same color for now. Until we figure out the last one, which is a beast. And I had the most problems with it, so I hope I don't stress out on this the most. Actually, let me move this down and right here. And let's duplicate this and have a copy here. Okay, so I wonder what I did. Oh, the pain and misery. Let me save this real quick. Let me close this one out. So let's see what the points are. So the point goes, so one of them goes here and one of them goes here, I think. And then this one might go here and this one here. And then like this. Oops. That sometimes happens whenever... Oh, I made the same thing. I made the same thing again. God dang it. I'll eventually find it. Just give me a few more minutes to struggle with this. Oh, god dang. Let's see. Let me analyze this more critically. Maybe this goes here, and this goes here. then exchange these locations, and push this down and this one up. No. Hold on, so with this one, we have here and here, and then we exchange this, then we move this out, and we get the same exact figure. This is so infuriating. What did I do? Hold on. Let's see. So it seems like these corners, yes, this should be the first step to make this bulge out, and then you switch this around, and you switch these two, then you switch God, this is so stressful. Hold on. I'll figure this out eventually. I really do hope this does not take me the entire time like it did last time. This would be so embarrassing. God. Let me look at the thing again. Okay, so I think I've got it. So we've got this again, and let's rotate this probably here, and then we move this so that the opposite sides are like this, and then the opposite sides are like this, and then what do we do next? And then we push these other ones across like this, I think. I actually don't know if this is the exact shape that I got. Every single time I do this exercise, it's different. I always make it and it's slightly different than the last time which I make it. But whatever. I'll take this. Let's do some slight tweaks to make it more unique, I guess. Let's try moving it like this. No, that makes it more tight. Something like this. We want to make these loops more visible. Maybe like this. That looks good. And God. That looks... I'm perfectly fine with this now. Just, no matter what I do, I feel like uh these loops aren't very showy, but in this one, it's very elegant. And in the original class, which I did, it's even better for some reason. I have no idea how I could mess this up, but I messed it up. So yeah, we're just going to live with this because this looks cool enough, I guess. Oh, wait, is this it? Yes! Yes, this is it. This is it. Oh my god. We did it. Okay. Uh in honor of that, I will make it the same color, just drag and drop and make it like this. Oh, oops. Not this one. Uh this one. Uh make this like this so that it's uh so that it kind of matches this one. And then yeah, let's try matching these two as well. Just maybe here. I think this is close enough. Yeah, that's close enough. And then this one we can just kind of just ignore it. Just have it like the odd one out. So it's just like the four shapes and then this trash, this little bite. Okay, let's see. 46 minutes. That's what the timer says on the second screen. Let's see how much we've done. We've done maybe 50% of the whole thing. Oh. God dang. I think we should extend this to a 2-hour lesson or 1 hour 30-minute lesson because there's way too many things that are going on that I would like to teach, and I can't fit this into 1 hour, so I probably could if I hurried, but I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Let me quickly save this. Okay. So we should move to 3D. Yeah, let's try 3D. Let's set this to isometric. 64 as the size is what I do. Maybe 32. 32 seems like a good enough size. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ignore that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In fact, I'm going to make this really weird and just put this 2 here. And let's just select all the points and click this straight. And then make an inner loop. Then make a parallelogram. Another parallelogram that's like the symmetrical counterpart. If I change the color fill, you can see that like this isn't changing. So let's click subtract. So instead of changing the color fill, I'll just make a square underneath and Control Shift down. And let's lock it. Then just click and make a trapezoid. This should be symmetrical and make a symmetrical counterpart like this. Then select both of this, make this semi-gray, and then select this, make this a darker gray. And you can just color this if you want, so something like this, a light red, a dark red, and pink as this, something like this. This looks a bit too bright, so let's make this a bit more dull. Yeah, something like that, more realistic probably. I think that looks more realistic. Then let's just hide it. Or I can just delete it now. It is just a cube, a square donut. Okay. What's next on our list? Now, let's go back to the grid. Let's make some, what should I make? Should I go back to circles or 3D again? I think let's do, circles and squares, and then 3D. 3D and then circles and squares, probably. Let us, make a square, something like this. Duplicate this, move it to the right, duplicate this, and move it down. Then have this transform 45 in the x direction. Maybe negative 45, I think. Oh, well, 45. And apply and apply. Then select this one, transform, what was it called? Yes, 0 here, then 45 down, then select this corner, then apply. Then we select all this, add borders, pump it up, center it, and then we have the interference again, so let's just smooth it for now. Then let's set this one to red. No, let's set this to cyan, magenta, and yellow probably. Yeah, so let's turn this to yellow, cyan, and then magenta. Then let's select this, duplicate, Control D to duplicate, and rotate this 180 degrees. And then you can kind of see when you duplicate the sandwich effect occurs. So Control Shift up arrow key. Then what you do is you set this one to its complement. So red is the opposite. Then let's say green and then blue. Then select all of this and set all the opacity of all the fills. Yes. I'm not sure if you can set the opacity for just the fills, because this affects both the strokes. So let's just set all the opacities to 50 by hand. 50, 50, 50, 50, and you can kind of see what's going on now. 50, and then 50. So we have this colorful cube. And we can select everything and press the transform, and let's say -10. Nah, maybe 10. Yeah. Apply. Ooh, my god. That wasn't great. Opposite direction and apply. Oh my god. Control Z. Oh my god. Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. Transform again. Let's try this middle, and then let's try apply. Okay. Well, -10, and apply. Oh, this is so weird. Why is this? Okay. Let's try Oh, that's why. It's the 0. Okay, if I keep pressing apply, we'll get more and more to like this uh cubic shape, and if I keep pressing apply, it'll just go bad. So if I set this back to 10, it'll just go back. So I think this is like the sweet spot. But this is like where we were originally. I think that if we go out of the transform window, let's move this out for a second. So we have these both halves, and let's move this hold on, to be half the height, like this, and then select all of this, move this here, make this smaller, and we have this, which looks more natural as it is already, as opposed to originally. And then let's try now the same exact thing. So transform, apply. So as we keep applying it in this direction, it looks more like a parallelepiped. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but I think that's how you pronounce it. So let's apply it in the opposite direction. And I think around here would be great. Let's do 5 now and start applying again. I think this is the sweet spot. I think it looks pretty cool here, and I think we could just leave it alone here. And we can select this and just move it out, so we can kind of see like it's not like just its own thing, you know. Hold on, press Ctrl Z, Ctrl Z. Let's duplicate this and then move it out. Who the hell is calling me? I'm just not going to accept it. I'm really sorry. I'm just busy right now. So we are going to hide this. Oh my god. Hello, I am busy. Hello? I am busy, okay? I am recording the Gravit Designer tutorial. I am refilming it.
Already done 4 out of 4.
Yes, I am redoing it because I had a mistake on the last one.
Oh, I also want to watch your recording. Book your live stream. I'll watch your stream then.
Fine. But don't say anything, don't make any rude comments. I saw your YouTube comment. Don't say those words on my stream, okay? Hello?
Bad word, nigga.
Anyways, if I accept the call, I'm on a dual monitor and it changes like the speaker settings, so I can't hear you if you say anything. You can watch it, but you won't be able to say anything, okay?
Okay, I will be muted then.
Okay. So, I'm not sure if you'll be able to hear me, but just text me if you aren't. Okay, so, share the screen, and boom. So, where was I? We have the, yes. We were showing how to make this cube, and let's see what we have next. We have this picnic table, this little figure here, this chessboard, and I think that would be it. let's see. The picnic table is quite hard in and of itself, but I will kind of go quickly on it. Uh, I'll try to speed run in a sort of sense. Just this. Let's duplicate this and then move this here, transform, and then change this to 0 and this to -45 probably. Okay, and then make this a bit darker and make this smaller. Then we duplicate this and make these legs. Then move this up here, duplicate again, and move it up here probably. We need to make sure that these are parallel to each other. So we make this and rotate it so it's kind of we can see okay, this matches. Okay. And we need to make the little stitching pattern. So we make this little cross, then duplicate and then rotate 90 degrees, then make this little red part. This is a bit out of sync. It's not really aligned. Let me remake this. Let's push this up and realign this. Okay, now this is better. And then God, why is this like this? None of these are aligned. This is not great. Okay, I think this is good now. So duplicate, flip, then move this down, and hopefully this works now. This one's a bit high, and let's just push this down. And this one is also off center, so let's just push this down again. And then we have these four, which we duplicate here, then keep repeating the transformations till we get to here. And then we select all this and group this, then press Ctrl D so that we have this and move this down here. Then we can move this here and then we can skew. Actually, we can move this here and ungroup. Then add a few more blocks. Ctrl D and push it here. Then select all of this, and then select all of this, and then group it. Then we go to transform, and then press apply so that it automatically goes here. And we don't really care about what goes past here, so let's just delete all these tiles. Oops. Let's see what goes next. We have to create one version that goes down here, so duplicate it up here and make sure it's aligned to the grid, then ungroup it and duplicate this, make sure this is not this is only okay, and duplicate again and make sure it's aligned, then keep duplicating until we reach the end, which would be about here. Okay. Then select all of this. Then unselect what's not a part of it. So okay, and then group it so we can see that this is a group, and Control Z, and then transform, set this to the corner, the bottom right, and then set the Y to 0 and the X to 45 and hit apply. Wait, oops, wrong direction, negative 45, and then apply twice. So we've got this long table with a bit of overhang, and then just slowly, let's just select all of this with shift, oops, just delete one by one then. Okay, so we've got this table. Okay, and we select everything. I hope that everything's selected at least. Not these though. Then we press Ctrl G to group it, and we can see, oops, that if we scroll up, we can see that this is all one group. And press V, and then we can move this all around. And let's press transform, set this to the middle, and set this to maybe 10. And let's see what happens. Apply, apply, and boom, it looks pretty nice. So we've got this picnic table. Oops, we've got some extra. I think we forgot to put this on. We forgot to group this, and I'm not going to fix this. I'm just gonna, this is in its own thing, I guess. Okay, so this is on the top group, and this one's right here. So just push this here, and push this to the top with Control Shift up, and push this into the group. Now, I hope that whenever I transform and apply all of this, yes, perfect. Everything is in place. Now, what is the next section? Yes, we have squares and circles. That is the next section. Squares and circles. So, we want to make a square and a circle inside. That's simple enough. But we want to make, let's turn this to red and turn this one cyan. We want a square that perfectly touches the corners of this. The simple solution is to make this. You do this, and then you rotate this 45 degrees. 45 degrees. This one, just turn it back to 0. Then delete the stroke. Then set this to red again. And now, what do we do for now? Oops. How do we make a circle that perfectly lies inside this? Now, what is the secret? I think the secret is to create a rectangle, press D, and turn this to a path, select all these points and press mirrored. Then turn this cyan. As you can see, these perfectly touch down here, and you can see this perfectly touches here. Well, actually not perfectly, because these are not perfect circles, as I have proved before, but it's close enough. And if this was mathematically true, then it would have worked. So let's group this, duplicate this, and hide the original, and then scale it up. So we have this figure. So we're on to our last few figures. I have a few things to show you, and one of them is recursive transformations. We've went over this a bit in phase 2, but this is more of a more in-depth thing. So when we have recursive transformations, we can make fractals with this sort of stuff. So if we click this, click this, click this, and click this, we make a triangle. Then let's pump up the borders a bit. Then we duplicate, and we move this here. So we have two versions of this. One version is going to be cooler than the other one. This one I will turn into a shell. So duplicate, turn this 45 degrees, push this here, and push this up here. Then Control D and keep Control D'ing until you feel like you're tired or something. I think this is good enough. I am unsure if this is perfect, and you can see it's not, in which I will undo all of this, but you could kind of see the premise of the entire thing. Let me turn off and on the grid. Where's the grid? This is strange. Let me save this and refresh the page. And hopefully that will work. Okay, so the grid has come back. So let's zoom in, duplicate, make this here and push this up here so it touches the top corner right here. I think he got disinterested. Or I heard him come back, but whatever. Let's see. So we go back here, and yup, he's not interested. We go and push this here. Wait a second. Why is this not? Let me click on this. Let me just disconnect. And then whatever. He is not talking, but whatever. Let's try this once again. This is so sad. Why isn't this working? Like this, probably? Hopefully this works this time. God. I'm just going to approximate and just keep going around like this. So we have this shell shape, and I know this isn't perfect, and you can kind of see it right here, but at this point I don't really care. This is just eyeballed by now, so whatever. We have the shell, and here isn't that much better. We do this, we flip it, and then we do the same thing, basically, except the thing that changes is that it goes like this instead of spiraling. And if we zoom in, let's see if this, okay, this worked this time. It didn't have any weird, but this fractals by making a zigzag all the way to infinity down here. So we have all this mess. Yeah, it stops right there. But it's a cool effect, I would say. Not really, but I'd say it looks okay. Let's see what we have now. We have, I think, 2 more things left. I think. We have the grid, the checkers grid. So 16 by 16, just to make the thing smaller. And we'll make some strips, some vertical strips. So starting from here, let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then duplicate. About here, I think. And duplicate and duplicate. Then we set this to white. Then we select this and set this to difference. Then we duplicate, rotate this 90 degrees, then move this up and to the right. And hopefully this is, this is strange. I think the problem is this. Okay, this isn't great because now I have misaligned everything. Whatever, I can just change this all by hand. Or, you know what, I don't really care about this anyways. Boom, yes, perfect. So we've got this chessboard, and we get to group this with Control G, duplicate, and we can see it's all white because it was just white before, and then we just did the difference. And we rotate this 15 degrees, and we get this cool effect, basically. So what do we do now? Yeah, that's it for that. Let's group this, duplicate and hide the original, and let's just enlarge this. And let's just start placing our things. Placing this here. Let's turn off the grid, and let's start moving stuff around. Oops. With the web version, you have to start holding shift down because they don't like to have the aspect ratios preserved. Move this up, and then here, move this up and to the left, move this up and to the right like this, and then have this a bit bigger, pump up the borders a bit more, have this here, and just keep this originally where it was. The last thing that we're going to do uses WordPad, which is a built-in Microsoft app. So we're going to make a new design for now. Let's save this actually, and then make the new design. Same dimensions as last time. Then we turn on the grid, same dimensions of the grid as last time. And we can notice when we make an ellipse with Alt and Shift, we can make this go to the like this. And if we do a star with the same technique except without Alt and Shift, we can see that the star's points basically touch the edges of the circle. They don't exactly touch because of rounding errors, but they're close enough. This one touches perfectly. The rest of them do not. One thing you might notice about this is that the slope here goes upwards and this one goes downwards. And we can kind of change the slope by going here and here. And there is a version of star where it is perfect, which means the slopes are the same. But we'll have to eyeball it here. But there is another way to do this without eyeballing. Also, there is this problem where if I rotate this upside down, the points no longer align with the circle. So if I Control Z and select both of them and group them, you can see that we are free to rotate this star without the points coming out and being off of rotation. So let's ungroup all of this. That is just a demonstration. Let me convert the star into a path, then press D, then select all these inner points and delete this. So we have a pentagon now. The thing about a pentagon is if we go from the pentagon includes all the points in a star. And if we just reroute the points, then we would get a star. So, what we do is we file, export SVG, where's the export? You know what, let me delete this part first and turn this one black. Let's try again. File, export, SVG. Where'd it go? Is there another page or something? Let's just save this for now. Just name it something random. And then we go to, yes, let's try this again. File, export, SVG. Maybe refresh? Usually refreshing does something. It really doesn't want me to do this, huh? What? This... We might forget about this for now. Let's open this up, and let's also open a copy of Gravit Designer. If Gravit Designer doesn't work on the web, then it will probably work on the installed version. And of course, Cyber Monday, they want us to buy this stuff. Let's just ignore it for now. So, oh wait. We can just open the old copy from the cloud. I hope there's nothing wrong with that that's preventing the export. Okay, good. So let's just name this star.svg. So if we minimize this, we can see that the preview is a hexagon. And we can see if we go to the points, so going to the rectangle tool, we can kind of see where the points are. So the first point would probably be 512, 0, as you can kind of see. The second one would be probably 989, 384. The third would be 832.962, 192.926, and 25.1320. We can check by right-clicking Open With Notepad. And see, we have all of this stuff, and we can kind of experiment with this. So, let's see. So, generator gravit.io. What happens if I put random text in this and then save this? Control S to save, X out of it, and open it by double clicking it. You can see that that portion of the code does absolutely nothing, so it's probably code comments. So by that you can probably put your name in it. So I'll just put Hantama, or I could put my name, Clement Lee. Doesn't matter. No, just put Hantama. And we can see this is the canvas, 0010241024, and we'll get to the path. So this is the path. You can see that this corresponds to this line of code right here. If we want to reroute it, we first have to understand that each pair is a pair of coordinates, and we need to rearrange the coordinates to make this work. So what we do is we copy this and delete this. Then we move down here and paste this right here, and we need to label all of these points. So go down here. So this is going to be the last one, and that's going to be the first one. So just number 3, 4, 5. Then what we want to do is we say maybe it starts here, 512, 0, yes, 998, 941, 998, 941. So it goes clockwise from here down to its center point. So we want to go from 512 to this third point, to the fifth point, to the second point, to the fourth point, back to itself. So we go, this is the first point, then we copy this, delete this, then put this right here. Then we copy this, then we paste it here. So the first point, the third point, the fifth point, the second, and then the fourth. Let's try 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. Yes, perfect. Then we delete this, the numbers. So we end up with this, copy it, delete it, and paste it right here. Paste it, and then press Ctrl S to save. Then close out of it, minimize this, and you can see the thumbnail automatically updated to a star. Now what we do is we go to the gravit here, then file, open local file, or we can just drag and drop. We can kind of see that it wants to be, let's just center this all. So the star is in a group which has the path. So this group is in this rectangle named star. So let us ungroup everything first. Then delete this rectangle. Then we go make an ellipse from the beginning. Where's the beginning? Let's hide this and turn on the grid, and let's do 128 by 128. So it should be super easy to find the beginning. Or no, I found an easier way. Just set this to 1024 by 1024. Then unhide this and drag this to the top. Then, what was the second step? What was the second step? Group it, and then with Control G, oops, just select them, Control G to group, and then shrink it down, and just put them in a crevice. Oops. Remember to hold down Shift because that is something I have taken for granted way too much. And just put them to a corner. Set this to even odd to keep the holes. Let's just change the colors a bit just to make it a bit more interesting. Let's keep this color but darken it. And then let's probably select all these. And then change these colors to something like this. Then select all these bottom ones. And then just ignore the other ones. So just slide it like that. I think this is it. Let's do a quick recap of what we did. We did these little shapes. Let's group them, duplicate them, and hide this. Okay, so we did these little shapes. Hold on. We did this face. So with this hourglass and face, we learned about auto smoothing. With these chains and this seed of life, we learned about repetitive transformations. Another example of repetitive transformations would be this nautilus shell, this fractal, and this bench. The bench and the cube are an example of skewing and also 3D modeling. This little square donut, toroidal square prism, I have no idea the name. This is to show you the isometric mode. This figure is here to show you the difference, blend modes. This was here to show you that not all tools in Gravit Designer, you can't do everything. There are things that you need to move to other apps to solve. This one also is an example of opacity. These four shapes are an example of auto smoothing. These are an example of why circles are a bit of a lie in Gravit. And this is a proof. You can kind of see the small shell. The black outline is the proof that not all circles are built the same. And these two images are supposed to be the glitch effect that we've been doing since the past time. Except last time when I recorded this, the glitch effect was not working, so I had to re-record, and this is why I'm doing this recording again. I think this is the end of the tutorial. I really enjoyed teaching you, and I hope that you've learned something valuable from these lessons. Oh yeah, also this teaches multiple strokes. Oh wait, I have a few oh my god, I have a few more things. Let me duplicate this tab and push this to the second window. There is, I think, one more thing I wanted to show you. but it's very, very small. We can cover this in 10 more minutes. And we'll just put this, do this right here probably. Let's set this all to 16, tab by 16. The first thing, two more things. First thing is if I have a shape, doesn't matter the shape, we add this effect, curved shadow. Then we turn the bend all the way up, the softness all the way down. So we can see the outline. Wait, where's the outline? Okay, the outline's here. We can push the radius down, and then the coverage, yes, coverage down, and change the color so that it's perfectly visible. So we have a parabola right here, and we have the shape that causes it right here. Unfortunately, if you turn down the fill, the other shape goes away. But if we turn this white, then no one will notice. But if I turn down the opacity, everything goes away no matter what. If I delete the fill, then it goes away, so it's just a bit pain. There is a second way to make a parabola, and that's the last thing I want to show you before I go away, but it's not perfect. I go here, and I press this, and I press smooth, and that's it. If I duplicate it, and move it here, and make it fatter, you can see that it kind of goes off course, but that it looks basically the same. If I duplicate it again, we get this, and yeah, basically some weird hairy thing, a hairy mess, but it still looks cool. But this is what I really wanted to show you because I discovered it 2 days ago, and I think that's it. I really enjoyed making these lectures. I probably spent 6 or 7 hours in total just recording all these because I had so many failed takes. This is the extent of my Gravit designer knowledge, so if you know anything else, please do experiment everything. Of course, like if I select everything, we have not gone over color adjust, mirror, overlay, recolor. By covering these three and these two, I can pretty much guarantee that you will be able to figure out these by yourself. We also haven't really gone to the settings and preferences or all of these. But like these arranging, I showed you Control Shift up and Control up and Control Shift down and Control down. They do the same thing. Anyways, I hope you luck on your vector arts journey, and that you've learned something valuable from these lessons. Anyways, this is Hantema. My name is Clement Lee. And I guess I'll be seeing you in other tutorials for other things that I make in the future. Have a nice day, have a nice life, and goodbye.